I'm Alyssa Mollitor, and I will be presenting on how to supercharge struggling readers with brain-based strategies. Reading experts have identified 5 major categories of skills which are developed and used as children or adults learn to become skilled readers. We know these 5 major categories as phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. There are 2 key ideas that neuroscientists consistently found from the studies conducted on learning and reading instruction. The first is the brain's need for novelty, and the second is that repetition of skills builds neurons in the brain. Did you know that 90% of the brain's sensory input is from visual sources? Interesting or varied activities appeal to the brain's interest in novel stimuli. Neuroscientists believe that concrete, vivid images are an important way to convey learning. The brain has an attention bias for high contrast and novelty, meaning new things catch the brain's attention. Teachers are encouraged to use this in their lessons through project-based learning, computers, videos, books, art supplies, visual aids, posters, graphic organizers, etc. Regular practice of skills will improve the 5 categories of reading by changing the architecture of your students' brains. Reading is the development of the brain making connections between thousands of neurons through the process of rehearsal or repetition of skills. Scientists have located the area of the brain that receives visual sensory input and can track the activation that happens when presented with visual stimuli. Phonics instruction. All children benefit from explicit instruction of breaking up spoken words into smaller units and how letters represent sounds. Multisensory tools are the best approach, such as magnetic letters, letter tiles, slate and chalk, or whiteboard and marker, among other strategies as well. Building fluency is important, and you can use the gradual release of responsibility. First, the teacher models reading fluently. Second, everyone choral reads the passage together. Then students choral read without the teacher. And last, students read independently. The best strategy to improve fluency is to provide feedback while the student is reading. Vocabulary. 86 to 98% of students' vocabularies matched that of their parents. In a study conducted by Hart and Risley in 2003, it was found that by the age of 3, children in low socioeconomic homes had a vocabulary of 749 words, whereas their peers in a higher income home had 1,116 words in their vocabulary. Yet another reason to support reading in the home as early as possible. This is an effective strategy called Vocabulary Foursquare. Students write the meaning from the glossary or dictionary. They write synonyms. They use the word in a sentence. And for lower elementary, they can draw a picture. Older students, it has been shown that pictures are also an effective way of increasing retention, but include a box for examples or non-examples. Comprehension. Neuroscientists view reading not as a single task, but the 5 categories or skills firing at the same time. Activities that activate prior knowledge will improve vocabulary and comprehension. This applies to other subject areas as well. Some include visualizing, predicting, story maps, active questioning, text connections, anticipation guides, and graphic organizers. When teachers model comprehension strategies, they model how to break down the text into meaningful pieces. In summary, fluent reading allows the brain to free more space for working memory, which aids in comprehension. Good readers become avid readers with a passion for reading that lasts a lifetime.